When we talk about bias in education, most would assume this is an issue that only affects female students. However, it is an issue that affects all students. An unconscious bias or an implicit prejudice is not the same as conscious discrimination, but biases can be just as detrimental to our students. Many of our biases are formed from common stereotypes that are based on gender, race, religion, nationality, and age. Some common stereotypes are: boys speak for the group, and girls assist with activities. Boys are considered fearless, and girls frightened. Boys are adventuresome, and girls are wary of technology. Gender stereotypes and biases that we form shape children's choices from an early age. Girls only account for 22% of physics and 28% of further maths. Only 12% of engineering professionals are female, and 11% of registered nurses are male. Did you know that children can believe gender stereotypes by the age of 10? Girls as young as 6 believe that brilliance is a male trait. At age 5, boys and girls associate brilliance with their own gender. But by the age of 7, girls are less likely than boys to associate the word brilliance with their own gender. So how can gender bias affect our students? Children internalize these myths and begin to build a persona based off of what they interpret as gender norms. They begin to feel pressure to conform to these stereotypes. Students are also affected by the imbalance in curriculum. Male and female-dominated fields tend to mentor those from a similar gender. This action sends a message about who should pursue what professions. And what about the books that our students are reading? A 2017 review of the top 100 children's picture books showed that lead characters are twice as likely to be male. Our students are also affected by our use of gender-related language. Boys are often told to man up when they are displaying more feminine characteristics, and girls are told to act like a lady when they try to do something that's viewed as more masculine. And so how can we prevent our biases from affecting our students' education? Make sure we are checking our biases at the door. Take time to self-reflect on what unconscious biases you may have. Make sure to create a safe and welcoming environment where students feel safe to be who they are without the worry of conforming to gender norms. Avoid creating divides between genders when forming teams for projects and games. Avoid creating boys versus girls scenarios, and support team-based learning where gender-mixed teams can have the opportunity to learn from one another. Lastly, make an effort to use gender-sensitive language. Avoid phrases like act like a lady or man up. Remember to look beyond our bias and embrace the diversity in our schools. After all, diversity is magic.